All right, so Kamala Harris went on Stephen Colbert's show, and Stephen Colbert's, he likes to play patty cakes with the Democratic establishment. Patty cake, baker's man. I think you're the best. I hate Republicans. That's just what they are and what they do, right? Well, he managed to ask one reasonable, fair, not total softball question, and she fumbles so hard. Oh my God, she fumbles so hard. Now, by the way, before I play the clip for you, for the love of God, please subscribe to the channel. We're close to 1 million subs, but also support the show on Patreon, because there are 3 stories in today's show where I'm going to get probably knocked through copyright. I had the Jon Stewart, Larry Summers debate. I'm definitely getting knocked on that one because Apple is vicious. They're total copyright sharks. So I'm going to get knocked on that. I might get knocked on the HBO Bill Maher versus Andrew Yang clip, and I'm definitely getting knocked on this one because CBS is also massive copyright sharks. So, I had a choice before the show. Do I cover this and just screw myself over, or do I not cover it? And I, of course, picked to cover it because I care more about talking about this stuff with you guys than I do about, any sort of benefit to myself. But if you guys could make up for the downfall by, number 1, subscribing to the channel, number 2, support the show on Patreon, links in the video description box below. Anyway, so here we go. Kamala Harris massively fumbling and giving us an awesome gaffe.
Was there any discussion in the White House about what the blowback would be for approving the Willow Oil project? Because people have gotten quite upset about it. I think there's some protesters outside right now.
Well, I think that the concerns are based on what we should all be concerned about, but the solutions have to be and include what we are doing in terms of going forward, in terms of investments.
Was there any discussion?
Bruh. You said nothing. This Willow project that they're doing is a fossil fuel extraction project in the Arctic, and it's going to be the equivalent of having millions more cars on the road. Just massive carbon emissions, and it's all for the sake of, for oil companies. That's her answer. I want to play it for you one more time. I've never seen somebody say so many words, but make literally no point whatsoever. I can't even, read between the lines. Here's what she meant. Normally, I'm good at that. I'm good at taking what somebody's saying and here's what I think they meant. Normally, I'm good at that. This here, I got nothing.
In the White House about what the blowback would be for approving the Willow Oil project, because people have gotten quite upset about it. I think there's some protesters outside right now.
Well, I think that the concerns are based on what we should all be concerned about, but the solutions have to be and include what we are doing in terms of going forward, in terms of investments.
Was there any...
She is the worst politician I've ever seen in my life. Normally, politicians, when they can use fluff, it's artful. You know what I mean? There's some skill there in terms of, let me massage a point, let me finesse a point, let me not say something while kind of saying something to head fake appropriately. This is total fluff, total air, total nothing. This is a kid in 7th grade giving a book report when they didn't read the frickin' book. What does that mean? What does any of this mean? I think the concerns are based on what we should all be concerned about. But the solutions have to be and include what we are doing in terms of going forward, in terms of investments. Just so you know, whether it's Mayor Pete or it's Kamala Harris, they are going to try to shove these two down our throats at one point or another. They are going to try to, through force of will and media propaganda, make them president. They're going to try it. Kamala ain't no amount of media saving in the world that can prop your ass up. If I wish I could have a conversation with her, scratch that. I, of course, don't wish that. But I would tell you, I'd rather you say something that is offensive and authentic than inoffensive and total fluff. You're going to get more hate from this than you will if you say something that's, wrong but authentic and confident. I'm astonished at how bad of a politician she is. I really am. And keep it real, we all know why the Biden administration picked her. They wanted to check the identity boxes to give themselves fake cover. It's like, lefties who are skeptical of us and wanted Bernie Sanders, what if I told you we have a black woman for VP? You guys can never say no to a black woman, right? Right? That makes her more left, right? Because she checks identity boxes, so that by definition means she's more left, right? This is what they do. It's the same game the Republicans play. It's the same game the Republicans play. The talk is that Donald Trump wants to pick a woman. Why? All hollow identity stuff just to check boxes because he struggles with suburban women. So the move is, hey, suburban women, I got a woman. Ooh. We see through all of it. Everything you're doing, we see through it. It is so naked. If you want to see me and Crystal Ball interview legends like Noam Chomsky, Cornel West, and more, subscribe to Crystal, Kyle, and Friends on Substack. $5 a month gets you the video version a day early. Remember, we take 0 ad dollars for this podcast. Or you can sign up on Substack for free and get the audio version a day later. Link in the video description box below.